Hey all, J-Man here. I just want to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hello, Legionnaires. It is Transformer Tuesdays, and we've got a really good show today. We're covering the last few episodes of Season 3 and the 3-part Rebirth, which was Headmasters in Japan. And we're going to talk about the future of Transformers for this channel because we do have stuff planned, and we've got a couple of other things that I've developed that's brand new to the channel, so I'm excited. Let us talk about what is coming up. So this Friday, of course, it's Fantastic Fridays. 4 more issues of Fantastic Four. Pretty good ones. Got X-Men, right? We're starting off Friday night with friggin' X-Men and Fantastic Four. How do you like them apples? That's gonna be good. And then 1 week, so Monday, so in a little less than a week, we're gonna be doing the Legion live stream on Monday. So we're covering 3 more issues of Superboy starring the Legion of Superheroes. So these are going to be really good. Another 100-pager in between there. Wow. Superboy's killing it with these 100-pagers, man. This is awesome. I've developed a new thing, which we're going to talk a little bit about later on tonight, which is called Transformer Wars. So what this is this is going to be your opportunity to take G1 characters and pit them against each other. You could do Autobot versus Autobot, Decepticon versus Autobot, Decepticon versus Decepticon, however you want to do it. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about halfway through the stream tonight about how that's going to work. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's just going to be a fan thing that we're going to do just for fun. We'll stream it and we'll take votes and see what people think, who's going to win. I'm thinking maybe Optimus Prime versus Megatron as the first battle. I'll kind of show you how it works as we go. So that will be coming. That'll be coming soon on the channel. It's pretty much ready to go. I could do it right now, but we'll see how that goes. And I do want to announce that Sean and I have talked it over privately. We are going to do Headmasters. So we're going to do Rebirth tonight and finish it up. And I think once we're done tonight, most people are going to consider that G1. But some people do stretch G1 out to toy lines, and we did get these toys, and we even got Target Master toys too, because like Cup and Hot Rod and stuff were actually Target Masters, really. If you actually look at the actual toy, so that we got 6 Shooter and Chrome Dome here on this poster here, this thumbnail that I made. So I feel that Headmasters is definitely important. And I don't think a lot of people are actually covering it the way we're going to cover it. And it's 35 episodes. We're going to do 7 episodes at a time and really get into it a little bit more. I don't think there's many channels. I was searching last night. A lot of people talking about G1 Transformers. Obviously, Transformers is huge, but I don't think there's a lot of people talking about Headmasters or Super God Master Force or Victory or any of those other ones that kind of followed it. And I think with just the level of hype for Transformers, it would be unfair to at least cover Headmasters. Plus, Sean and I both own it. And I think we both own Super God and we both own Victory. So we can definitely, he's nodding. Yep. So we can do all of those as well. And I think it's important to look at them. All right, let's thank the members. Then let's get going here. So let's say a thank you to the Legionnaires. These are the channel members. So Dan, Sean, Stephen, Clobby, you know that entire top row. Brennan, Cliff, who's joined me occasionally on streams with Dazzler in particular. RR, who's just the master of super chats, buddy. I appreciate it, man. You're awesome. Philip and S Vaughn 82. Scotty has joined me on the Dazzler streams. He's my co-host for my Dazzler Talk. So there you go. let's bring in our Transformers guy. We'll call him Decepticon for tonight. Hello. Yeah. I do have it. Some guy made that. It's like the more epic version.
I actually like watching it, especially the last 3 episodes. I got the ads in my mind. It's like, like the Headmaster Transformers, they've got the power to surprise. And they do that with all those like pretenders, pretenders hide the Transformer inside.
Inside, yeah. there's a great. I had that. The Headmaster's music is like. It's like head on.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're talking about like they sing about peace and stuff, and there's like kids in the background singing along. It's like,
yo, what the hell's going on? Man, Headmaster is like epic.
That's not. I didn't know there was a name for that genre of music. I guess.
No, what is it? What's the name?
Pop now, city pop.
Oh, city pop.
Yeah. So like. Gen Zers love city pop now because to them it's nostalgic of a time they weren't alive in.
Oh, so yeah.
They feel nostalgic. I get that for like 50s stuff and sometimes 70s stuff.
Oh, I get that all the time, man.
The Christmas Story makes me wistful for that.
God,
and you can identify with everthing in it, even though it's 30 years before your time, right? Yeah.
I don't even that Christmas Story. The only reason I care about that movie is just them hanging around doing stuff.
Yeah. Like the bully and everything, and then he fights back, and then he thinks he's gonna get like and the brother's like, oh, Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie. Like, Daddy's not gonna kill Ralphie.
Right. Yeah, no, I know, and this is why I watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like once a week. It's like I just like being in that time or whatever. Let's say hello to everybody. FK was here early. Thank you so much. Hail. Yes. Transmorphers. Oh, I'd love to do Transmorphers. That'd be super funny. And I'll make it this font, like that's above, and then it'll trick. Say, wait, Transmorphers. Oh, wait, it's Transmorphers. Damn it. It's the wrong thing.
Do you remember there was a book series called Animorphs? It was a scholastic book series, and it had its own continuity. When Hasbro got the license, they put it into Transformers. So there are Transformers Animorphs. So when the TV series came out, I thought it was a Transformers like spin-off, but it wasn't. It was based on the book. So it's a whole winding.
Oh my God.
You can find like old packages of Transformers Animorphs. It's so weird. Yeah.
No, I know. I remember all that. Skeptic. Hey, what's going on? Joe Dog is here. Yes. Diaclone versus Transformers.
Clone. That was the commercial for that.
Is that the Holy Grail? Holy Grail.
One of those shelves, which there's so much crap on the shelves. You gotta narrow it down. There's about 8 Holy Grails right now that I can see. So I don't know which one.
Do you mean Holy Grail like you're talking about Holy Grail like from Last Crusade? Grail, yeah. I don't have the Last Crusade. I have the Fertility Idol, and that's really the only one I have from Indiana Jones. I just have the Idol. I would have liked to have gotten some of the stones, but if you mean Holy Grail as in like awesome items, I don't know. I've got lots of awesome items. I've got first Phoenix, first Emma, first Dark Phoenix, first Black Costume Spider-Man, just like right there. I got the first appearance of Cyclops' blue costume, which is my favorite with the yellow. This one, I got the first appearance of this costume.
Yeah.
In that shelf too. I don't know what else. Got a bunch of stuff. I'm reading. Got Lynn Carter books. Lots of stuff. Did you get Deathstalk? Oh, I was gonna say it. I have to do it now. I can't wait. I cannot wait. You guys have to bear with me on this one. I'm sorry. We're going back to Transformers in a second. You have to let me have this. I've been waiting my whole life for a Deathstalker comic and then an issue 2 just so I can review this and say I will have my revenge and Deathstalker 2. And now and because I said it, I am going to have to play it. I apologize in advance, but I got to play it.
I'll have my revenge and Deathstalker 2.
I don't know who the Titans are in that movie, and I've seen it many times. Like, what Titans? There isn't any Titans. It's just him fighting that guy at the end or whatever. Yeah. And then Deathstalker 4 was Match of the Titans, and it's like, I guess there's Titans in that one.
The Hogshead guy and
the Hogshead guy, yeah. So, all right, we got a bunch. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it. Let me share my screen here. I like having something up so we can kind of just look at things while we're talking. It gives the chat a chance to kind of see.
Yeah.
I can't. So again, just there's that one guy who said, "Oh, we're not playing the episodes on the stream." Obviously not.
No.
They are actually all of G1, including Rebirth, is on a playlist on Hasbro on their YouTube channel. You can watch all of these for free anytime you want. I think it's a great idea to do that, because if these ever came out on Blu-ray, we would buy them anyways.
Yeah.
So may as well have them on YouTube so people can kind of get into the G1 and get more pumped and maybe grab that. Having something up. This is a family show. Yes, yeah. Do I have? Where's my? Where's man? I have too many things on StreamYard now. Where's my? There he is. There's my V8. We got to do a Ninja 3 The Domination appreciation stream.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're doing these in the whatever fan order. So Return of Optimus Prime will be the very last of the whole series, and then Rebirth is just those 3 parts.
Yeah.
Only Human. This is Neutronium or something.
Is that what that was? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Now I do want to point out that like Cobra Commander is in this,
and they don't really make a big deal about it. Yeah,
like Cobra Commander is in this episode.
Yeah, so there was I can't remember which episode it was where Flint turned up. And they didn't name him, but it was obvious who it was.
Obviously, yeah,
voice actor and everything. And here, yeah, it's an old Snake, and at the end he yells Cobra.
But he coughs.
Didn't know. Yeah, and then he coughs after because
he didn't say Cobra. He didn't say the fully Cobra. He's like
Cobra. Yeah.
So I'm trying. Now they all turn human. You could tell it's RC, Springer, Hot Rod, and Ultra Magnus because they all have Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, overalls and
overalls that match the colors of who they are.
Yeah.
So and someone
like they turn into humans and then they have clothes too. So
right. I don't have them in my internet there. Okay. So there you go. Now I'm trying to find. Oh, here's a shot of them. Now I'm not sure if you noticed this, and I'm not. How am I gonna? There's got to be. Okay, check this. You see this?
Yeah. Did
you notice that was the costume Cobra Commander wore in the comic this issue?
Oh yes, yeah.
That's crazy. So I was reading
all the time. Yeah.
I was reading issue 5 of Cobra Commander, which was the final issue of this story.
Yeah.
And I saw this costume. I was like, oh my God, he's wearing the Transformers costume thingy. That is so cool.
Well, when they had Slizardo and Scuzoid in the Energon Universe special, I was like, yeah, those guys are mega fans. It's like, come on.
Oh yeah, they certainly are.
Yeah.
So they turn into humans, whatever. Their minds are transferred into the
someone made bodies. Figures of every one of them.
Oh, of course. There wasn't even any doubt. I didn't even bother.
Yeah, Transformers fans are in the running for best fans ever because it's like Doctor Who fans, because Transformers, they'll make a toy of anything we see. It's like they'll just do it. You look it up and there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Star Wars is over. I think the Star Wars fans are checking out. And Transformers, because there's been bad Transformers as well. But they keep going back. They're like, no, we're going to make every stupid thing there's ever been in any episode.
Well, G1 is the solid foundational rock of Transformers to the point where Hasbro keeps going back to that well all the time. You saw it with what was it called? Was it Earthrise?
Yeah.
And Titans
or War for that War for Cybertron trilogy basically was the G1 designs. And whether you like that story or not, it doesn't matter because the toys were pretty much one toy.
Yeah.
Titans
but like
that Power of the Primes and all
the
that.
He-Man Dark Horse books were fan powered, and those were awesome. Like all big guides and stuff. They're crazy good.
Yep. There's a lot. I've got a few of those too, though. They're pretty neat.
The only one I don't have the character compendium because I didn't care, and what really turned me off was when they offered a supplement to it that was exclusive to some convention. I was like, well, then screw you. I'll never get that.
I don't. As soon as you start doing exclusive to this and that, it better be like when Optimus Prime is all white or something. Like you can't do exclusive where it's like it's the regular thing. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
So now I don't know about Mechaneck because he was in that expanded one. Like it's just like this is like that that kind of stuff. I mean that's not an example, but it's something like that.
Yeah, if there's other characters, I don't know. I was like, you know what? I've got the animation guide and the toy guide, and I can't remember what the other guide was.
I think I have to go look on my shelf. It's I should go take a look.
Yeah. Anyway.
But all right, so that they're trying to, so the humans are piloting or controlling the Transformers' bodies, and they're trying to plant bombs to destroy Metroplex. That's sort of the, and I mean, like having Cobra Commander, it's so surreal. Like having the voice and everything is, you're just like, what the heck's going on? This is crazy.
They threw it in, I guess, because there's a whole other villain in this. So I don't know.
Yeah, like he's like an extra villain or whatever. He just shows up. And it's not exact.
I was with him though. I was like, listen to Cobra Commander. He knows what he's talking about,
Yeah, Cobra Commander. He's doing a good job with Cobra. So
yeah.
I'm trying to see. I guess there's a better picture of them. They're all small. Oh, there you go. Of course, someone's made it.
Someone made a 5 POA one.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, man. Someone just made one.
Look at this, man. Is this fan made? There's no way. You think it's
fan made because it's the old Hasbro logo.
Oh my god, that's
awesome. It wouldn't be modern if
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It looks awesome. These guys know, like, come on.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They made little ones. All right, so what'd you think of this one?
I thought it was cool. It was written by Susan K. Williams. Springer says the name of the episode in true Deathstalker tradition. Yep. He says, only human. Human civilization looks more futuristic here than it did in past episodes in season 3. It always just looked like the 1980s with flying cars, but now it's flying, like there's all sorts of technology and guys with like, they look like the Pretender suits actually, but with like kind of space age suits and stuff. Springer tells a Hare Krishna he identifies as a robot.
That was funny.
That's
we're gonna have to cancel Springer. Unfortunately, Springer's gonna have to be canceled for that.
Yeah. So. Sorry, pal. I'm a robot at heart. Metroplex here looks exactly like Autobot City from the movie. It's just a shot of that, really.
Yep.
And the resolution seems like way too abrupt because it looks like it's hopeless. And then, who's a Perceptor? Or someone just changes them back, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. This is one of these.
You have to reset everything before the end of the episode. Like,
to the end here, guys. You're resetting this, right? Yeah. We're don't worry.
Like, we can't sell action figures. We need to sell Transformers. We'll do that later with Action Masters, but right now we're sane. Yeah.
Oh man, my friend, he liked the Action Masters. He had a shit ton of them.
And they're some of the most expensive back market Transformers is the Action Masters, because people want to complete the thing, and they're like, yeah, they're cool. They're cartoon accurate.
Yeah, that was the thing, and they are neat. I mean, and they weren't compatible with G.I. Joe because they're small, but like
no, but
I remember kind of played together with them.
Yeah, we went to Steve's one time, and we went to that place that had like the comic place or whatever.
Yes,
and I got a little side swipe, and I was just playing with him the whole day.
Yeah, he's neat.
He's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're neat. Yeah, this is. I mean, like again, you have to have an episode of a cartoon where there's the body changing or whatever.
Oh right? Yeah, like, body changing all the time. I remember the Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling where they turn into babies, like for
Oh
no
dear.
reason. And it's like there's always some always some like thing like that, right? So
Hulk Hogan's. I've got the sticker album of that.
Yeah. It's not. It's. I'm saying this as someone who watches all these cartoons. It's not really worth revisiting.
Right. Oh no.
Fun for an episode or two, but like if you want to binge the thing, you're gonna rot your brain.
Oh no. I'm gonna take the challenge.
You know what's awesome about those? Well, it says, and we'll get back to Transformers.
Yeah.
The live action vignettes are great because it's all the classic guys,
right?
And it's like these strange skits, you know, but they're that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
It's cool to see Hillbilly Jim in like a cartoon.
Yeah, no, and all those guys in the cartoon. Yeah, the novelty wears off after a bit, but like it's cool because those guys, if you weren't in the cartoon, you weren't shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Hey Joe, yes, we were just saying Cobra. Cobra. That's great. Yeah, so let me see Cobra Commander number 5 2024, and let's see if there's a picture of him in that suit. There's got to be someone's had to. Is it really not there? I wonder if it's on that site that we go to for Legion, but
I don't know if it would be up now.
It might not be up. But Cobra Commander issue 5 had Cobra Commander in that costume from Transformers.
Yeah.
I'll take a quick look on that site, and then we'll move on to Computron. I love Computron, man. He's awesome. Cobra Commander. Let's see, issue 5. Yeah, it's up there.
No, it is. Wow. Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick. Let me see. Where is he? Come on. There he is. Okay, I'll just save the image to the desktop and then I'll upload it. Okay, so next one is Grimlock's New Brain. Grimlock's New Brain.
Not to be confused with Spock's brain.
Yes, which I like both of those. Spock's brain and his new brain. Let's put up the picture of Cobra Commander. I'll make it an overlay just so we can see it, and then I'll take it down. But so if you remember, that's what he was in the cartoon. Here's issue 5. There he is.
Yeah.
That is super cool. And he's in the city and everything. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
And Destro's got his classic garb on.
Yeah, Destro's his classic look. That is so cool. All right, Grimlock's New Brain. So this is who do we? There's a few appearances here. So Grimlock keeps behaving like a goof and he pulls the wrong switch and all this stuff, and then there's the whole thing where they're having trouble transforming. I think right in this one.
Who? Oh yeah.
No.
There's they're making the lore more confusing here. So there's a thing in there's a foundry, but also a generator, and I guess it's part of the foundry or something. But anyways, it's gonna power everything around Cybertron somehow, even though they don't really interface with anything. You know, whatever. I guess Wi-Fi is out to guys. I don't know what.
I know. Yeah, anti-electrons is what. Yeah. So there's always something new in one of these cars. There's always some new techno.
Yeah. So that Scuzoid guy and Slazardo or whatever, they find anti-electrons or whatever from Galvatron. They put them in the thing, and it's messing up everyone. At one point, it turns Rodimus into Hot Rod. And that's not a mistake. That was meant to be. So anyways, so that's happening. Grimlock becomes smarter trying to investigate all this. Yeah. So he's like a big nuisance before this. It's the infomercial thing. It's like
all of a sudden he can't do anything. Like he can't.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's super useless. He's Grim freaking Lock, man.
Right.
But he's like he messes up the opening of that thing.
Which switch do I pull?
Yeah, and then there's a compass. He breaks the compass or whatever. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, and so he becomes smart and has a slight accent because that's what smart people do.
Correct.
And then he has to put his smarts in. He creates Computron, the Technobots.
Yeah, but
yeah,
but the Terracons kind of were there, and they're Abominus, so all of a sudden you need a counter to that.
Yeah, so they're introduced here too.
Yeah, but I feel like they just got introduced like Terracons. Like what? It's like they didn't have it. They just appear.
Yeah, no, and people just started appearing here all the time, anyways. So
yeah, and it's treated as though they were always there. Like, okay, Terracons, like what?
Yeah,
okay.
So it seems like these combiner guys are always introduced in pairs,
yes.
And then they become mortal enemies of each other for a couple more episodes.
Right.
Like whenever Comptron's around, Terracons are, and then they fight. So yeah.
Yeah. So Computron and Abominus, and yeah. Well, the first he creates Nose Cone, and then he makes other guys to form.
You my daddy or whatever. And then,
are you my daddy? Yeah. It's like, no, you are not the father. Grimlock. And when it comes to Nose Cone,
when it comes to Nose Cone,
you are the father.
What was it? It was the they used the what do you call that thing? Lie detector, but what's it called?
The paternity test.
What was it? Paternity? It's a paternity test. Yeah, of course.
Not lie detector.
Yeah.
No, the lie detector ones are good too.
Yeah.
Grimlock. In the case of Nose Cone, you are the father.
Honestly, if they release a Blu-ray set of just those episodes, I would totally buy that. Just as a side note, so I think it's Samsung TV. It's kind of like Pluto, and you download an app, you just watch TV. That you don't pay anything or anything, right? See. And there's a cheaters channel on that. It's all 24 hours cheaters. It's like sometimes I watch it on my phone in bed and fall asleep. It's like it's so great.
Oh my god, I would fall asleep listening to Judy Garland, and you're falling asleep watching cheaters. That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he turned into Joe.
You got the elitist accent,
Damn it, Joe, you bastard. I literally was just about to say he becomes a snob. I literally had it written. It's right here. It's right there. And I just scratched it right there. I was just about to say he becomes a snob. You beat me to it. No, I know. All of a sudden he's this asshole. You're like, what the hell? Oh man. So what'd you think? I mean, look, I actually really like Computron. He looks cool to me. Mm-hmm. He's definitely one of my favorite combiners. And this is, again, Stunticons. I had a couple of the Stunticons. I had a couple of, and I don't remember which one I had. I had the guy who's mostly red. This one.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
What's his name again? Lightspeed? No, not Lightspeed. He's a car.
Right? Was he?
He's a car.
Lightspeed. Yeah.
Lightspeed. Okay, I thought it was Lightspeed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, So I mean, I'm a sucker for it. So, what do you think?
I thought this was cool. Like, because I just remember the Grimlock stuff. I forgot that they introduced the Terracons and everything. I love the Terracons. I've always loved the look of the Terracons. I love the colors of them and the sleek look of them. A friend of mine had all of them. And they looked great. And I loved Abominus as well. Mm-hmm. I loved his appearance in the Headmaster's comic book. He's awesome. He might be one of my favorites because of just the look and feel of all the characters. Hunger is awesome. So written by Paul Davids, animated by Acom. Skyzoid and Slizardo appearance. Grimlock is a pesky, bumbling Lucille Ball character in all of season 3. He's not the defiant one of season 1 and 2, right? There's Abominus, man. He looks awesome.
He really does.
Yeah.
All of these guys are available through those Chinese knockoff ones, and there's a guy that's reviewed them all, and they're pretty much the exact thing.
You gotta tell me the name because I was looking for that.
But they're all $100. So it's any one of these guys, $100 Canadian, free shipping. They're all there. You can get this guy right now, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and he looks exact. So there you go.
Yeah.
This is the final appearance of Cosmos.
Oh yes, okay.
And Grimlock in all of these season 3 episodes, he looks smaller than he was.
Right.
I don't know if like everyone else is taller, like Rodimus or something, but like he used to tower over the Autobots, right?
Right.
Him and the other Dinobots. Broadside has a revised look. Now he looks more like his figure. He's got a faceplate and all that in this episode. The Dinobots, they're fishing on Cybertron. It's like, sure, like, what are we saying then? Are we saying that there's organics on Cyber? Like, what's happening? But they look like they're wallowing in like a puddle or something like that. Rat Bat appearance without Soundwave. Unicron is no longer an orbiting moon of Cybertron, and there's like battle damage on them and stuff.
Yeah.
That's for after Ghost and Machine. The Abominus and Computron fight. That's awesome. They show so Scattershot is, I think he's supposed to be leader of the Technobots. They show all 3 of his modes. So like his toy could also turn into a cannon, which I don't know was supposed to be. I don't think it was supposed to be on purpose, but you can do that, and he does that in the show, which is pretty awesome. They're 5 American, yeah.
I just checked, Sean. They're there. All you got to do is type Computron Transformer reissue. Look for the China ones. Computron. If you don't want the box, if you just want them to send them to you with all the parts in the bag, 95.
Yeah. Oh,
right shit. Now, like right now. Any they're all there. Everybody.
My birthday's coming up. I'll treat myself, man.
I think I'm gonna grab a Computron. Maybe it's free shipping, so it doesn't even matter. Just order the ones you want. It's like we don't even have to. We don't have to coordinate it. Just order it. It's free shipping. Anyway.
So I think this is the first one with the segment with Ultra Magnus. I think I talked about that last time. Where's that one? And I love. So they go through him and all. I think he's the only single profile they have. Everything else is concepts and stuff. But yeah, at the end of the Ultra Magnus one, it's like they just say Ultra Magnus, like for no reason. They just say his name.
Right.
I always thought that was weird, but yeah. This is a pretty cool. It's a classic one because it's got 2 combiners in it, and it's the one where Grimlock becomes smart. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's the Technobots, man.
So I had these 2.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You grow up, you have a disposable income, and you're like, I want all of it. It's like because combiners were. It's like your parents were buying that, unless you're like,
No way, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
He just looks so cool to me. I don't know why. Just like his head looks awesome.
He's got a clear color scheme.
Like,
as opposed to some other ones are just like a mess. Like the
let's go. Transformers. Money is everything. Oh, I pressed down key.
Money is everything. Money.
There you go. Here's this goofaroni.
Oh yeah. Oh god. This big Tom Selleck mustache. Yeah.
So we got Fairborn. Captain Fairborn's back. Hungar. Was Hungar in this one? Because I've got the new Hungar.
Hungar's in it. Yeah.
I'm calling him like a He-Man finger. Hungar.
Hungar.
We got that Dirk. Whatever. Dirk. Yeah. And there's like the double, triple, quadruple cross. Double cross, then he crosses on the triple cross.
Yeah.
There's some smooching going on there, as you see in the corner there. All he cares about is money because that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And then he heals Computron in that weird thing when he grabs him. It's like I didn't get what the hell how that happened and how did he know? And there's like some that mimic dust or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was like it's like what you're saying. They introduce a combiner. Then they appear a little bit more, and then they're just kind of gone, right? Like it's like, okay, well, we sold out of our stock, so let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, money is everything. Look at this. Someone made a VHS tape or is that actually a Dirk Manis in money is everything?
No,
that's
I
awesome.
think someone made that up.
That's fake, right? That's great.
Fake, yeah.
But it was cool to see some of the humans doing some of the stuff. So it is that. whatever. Like, it's kind of neat, and she's cool. I guess they made it. Did they make it? They made.
Yeah, it's a Mercer Claiborne centric episode.
Yeah.
Which she didn't really do much of, and I feel like she has a different costume here, but with the things like on her chest.
Yeah, like the I don't remember what she looks like. There must be
there used to it was like a spacesuit or something before, and now it's like like a dress costume, not dress, but like See, it was very left there. Yeah, it was sort
someone's got to do anime. Someone's got to do a fan service version.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a onesie type of thing, and now and in this episode, it's like a formal attire or something.
Maybe she was doing some formal thing. I don't know.
She's on their base or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, Clobby would be tense. This was written by Carla and Jerry Conway. That Jerry Conway. So I guess Carla was his wife at the time or something. I don't know. Jerry Conway, like Marvel Comics.
I know Jerry Conway. Why would he be tense at him? He doesn't like
because
him?
He was a Stan Lee like a lap dog, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like he would relay messages to Jack Kirby from Stan Lee. It's like, why didn't Stan Lee just tell him? Like, but yeah. Anyway,
I don't know. Are you Star Wars? Like,
yeah, this is awesome, dude. People just make like this isn't real, right? This is like a
no, I don't think so. These are all fan made ones.
Yeah,
and like look, like people doing like the big like proper art and everything.
Yeah.
This might be this can't be. This has to be a real thing. No. Collectors Club.
Collectors Club, yeah, and it's a Rekgar, basically.
It's basically right. Yeah. So obviously,
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I kind of like this formal attire. She looks pretty cool.
It's cool. Yeah, it's very distinctive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Hey, I seriously doubt that's happening.
No, it's not. They don't even know who that is. So.
No, that's not happening.
It's not like it's not like the Skybound people are making a movie or something.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, whatever. It's a human one, but it was okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, animated by Toei. What else do I have here? I like the Computron shimmer. Like so. When he's calculating his shimmers, like at one point, all the Technobots shimmer and then they merge and then he's like calculating and stuff, right? So Dirk Menace is the '80s definition of a male beauty standards. So much so they has a Tom Selleck mustache there. Like can't just be a clean shaven guy. He's got to have a '80s mustache, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the Terracons work for the Quintessons now. It's like that's not explained, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just kind of appear and then they're just confused. I'm still confused on them. And then you see them in movies too, and I'm like, who are these guys again? Like, I just feel like I never. When you told me, like, when you're like, oh, the Combiner looks cool, and then we looked at it a few streams ago or whatever, it came up in conversation. I was like, oh shit, these guys look awesome.
Yeah,
they were never on my radar. I know, like, they've never been realized in anything other, in any of the other iterations of them. I don't see them properly.
No,
Terracons sucked. Yeah, they didn't. Like, that's what I'm saying. They're just there to be there.
They're in Last Night or whatever the hell it was called, and it's just it's what they do. They just use the name and make a bunch of random guys, and like whatever.
Terracons, yeah.
Yeah, they form a guy.
Oh yeah, they were also in the Rise of the Beasts.
Oh, are they? I didn't see that.
Yeah, you got to watch Rise of the Beasts finally. Just get it done. The last action scene is like it's insane though. It's pretty insane and like what's it called? What's the villain again? What's this guy? Know. The truck. Yeah, you know him.
Scourge?
Scourge.
No, Scourge? Yeah.
It is Scourge, yeah. Yeah, he's like It's Peter Dinklage voice, and it's like super deep. They deep.
Is it Peter Dinklage?
I think it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's called Rise of the Beasts, right? Beasts. Yeah. And who's the?
Oh God!
Where the hell's? Wow, he's not. How is he not in the top credits here?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman is Primal, Optimus Primal.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right, where's the voice? Where's the damn cast? Transformers. Ron Perlman. Peter Dinklage, yeah, as Scourge.
Yeah.
His voice is like super like deep.
I like the.
Oh, Casey, you have to stop it.
Stop
it. I did. Oh no, I can't. I wanted to do a season of The Bachelor, but all the bachelors were dwarves.
Yeah.
And so we're looking for our Snow White, or you could add a lot of great lines. And I was telling this to this guy at work, and this guy at work was crying his eyes out, and I kept going on because he was laughing at it. Yeah. So when someone laughs at your joke, you didn't have to prolong it. So I kept going. I was like, dude, it's gonna be a short season. Oh my god! And I was like, oh, it's like they're gonna take short walks on the beach. And he's like, oh, you start laughing. That's it. Yeah, Wheeljack. Most of the characters in that Rise of the Beast look pretty good, and then Wheeljack is the worst.
Yeah,
I understand what happened. Everyone looked decent, like okay, RC Prime. You're like, yep, that's RC and Prime. And the Beast, like Beast, because it's easy to do animals. But Mirage, you're like, okay, yeah, that's not too bad. It's kind of okay, I guess. It's not really him, but I can kind of, he's blue in parts and white. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, why does this look so garbage? Like, it's so garbage. But,
yeah.
Next one was Call of the Primitives. Well,
I just wanted to say the segment here was cassettes, which is kind of funny that they do a whole thing about them. But yeah, it's like espionage. It's like the cassettes, and lastly, I just wanted to say I like the insults when Dirk Manus is like slimy worm-fingered creep, and then the Quintessons are like unlikable dry-skinned biped.
Yeah, they had some pretty good. I like when it's like they have to like come up with clever ways to like to
because they can't say like fuck, whatever.
Yourself, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Jason.
Tornadron. Unicron's brother. What? So all of the animal-based any of them, any animal-based guy, gets the call. I feel the call, the need for speed. The creator, Primacron, right? Primacron. We got the Matrix in here, and then that Torn guy forms like Tornacron. Yeah, is Tornacron? I don't like a tornado or something. I don't know. It all gets reversed by Grimlock, like Grimlock at the end or whatever. But like, it's just so I don't know what the hell was going on.
It's such a waste of like going back to that well. But like, yeah, Tornacron is made by Primacron as the next level beyond Unicron. So he made Unicron. Now he made like a even more fearsome thing that can drain life from planets or whatever, right?
Yeah, Tornadron.
It turns into a big, like it turned into things, but it turned into a big spider and drained the Earth. And like they don't show what happened on Earth. And then I think at the end, Grimlock reverses it with the reverse switch.
Yeah.
And so everything's fine now because you got to reset everything at the end of these cartoons, right? So
right.
Oh
yeah. Oh, I said to Sean,
yes.
Sean and I talked privately, and I was like, I mean, there's lots of action.
Yeah.
And And there's some pretty like I feel all of a sudden I feel that some of these last ones, like I don't know if they upped the look of everything, but it just looks a little bit better.
Whenever Toei did it, like this was a Toei one. For whatever reason, they upped it more. Like there's more shine and black shadowing on everyone.
More shadows.
And they look way better. It's like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. Let me reverse the polarity here. Beep beep beep. Okay, it's reversed. Yeah, I don't understand why they're adding. I don't mind adding to the lore, like Skeptics saying, I just want whatever.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the poll here while we're on this subject. 60% give this season 4 out of 5, and 40% give it a 3 out of 5. I really like the getting into science fiction territory with aliens. It just expands my brain. Like I'm like, wow, this is like really like, oh my God, like, yeah, all this cool stuff. So I don't mind that, but I don't want stupid things to happen where it's like, oh, Unicron has his brother and now Primacron is this other guy. It's like, okay, so, and then this Tornadron. So it's like tornado. That's what it's supposed to be. Tornadron.
Yeah.
What kind of dumb name is that?
Yeah.
And Primacron, I don't even know how to spell it.
Yeah, here he is.
Primacron, here he is.
A monkey or whatever.
Yeah, this sucks.
I know. I mean, did you do all your notes or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Look, the animation looks good. There's a lot of fights.
Mm-hmm.
It's all fighting.
Yeah.
But there's this nonsense character, this Primacron guy. He sucks. He's totally garbage.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Looks like a battle.
He never survived. Because I mean, like I was going to get into it with my notes, but he never survived time and memory. Like no one remembers this stuff. That's cool. Someone made a guy, but yeah, I would probably get that just to like, who's that? Well, that's the creator of Unicron. No, it's not.
Well, I'm making this guy my wallpaper. I'm going to troll the shit out of people with this.
Yeah,
and then they're going to be like, oh, I don't think that new Transformers looks very good. I'm like, oh yeah. You think that you why? Oh, it's terrible. It's destroying the lore. I'm like, well, this guy created Unicron, so what do you think about that? It's like, oh, that's from G1.
Well, that means it's a gospel, man.
It's gospel. This guy created your ass. It's like that ass that you're sitting on. He created it.
So, written by Donald F. Glut, animated by Toei. I noticed that the some of the sweeps identify themselves as sweep 6 and sweep 7. They never did that before or since this episode. It's but it's one of these things that like, so I guess they're numbered and they identify themselves as numbers. So that's cool. First appearance of Overkill and Slugfest. Overkill was a T-Rex cassette and Slugfest was a Stegosaurus cassette. I think they're from Soundwave, and it's their last appearance too. So, but they turn up as like, oh, buy these guys. I like highlighting the animalistic Transformers, and nothing really comes of the Earth being drained by Tornadron or whatever.
All right, Tornadron.
It's the last appearance of the Dinobots, Trypticon, Ravage, Jazz, and Unicron in the Sunbow cartoons.
Wow.
There's the green one, man. So this Primacron origin of Unicron was overshadowed by Furman's Demigod origins in the UK comics that made their way into the US comics, I think, the year after this. And that's what people really remember. The Demigod origin is basically canon now, and Primacron is all but forgotten. There he is. Space Monkey 275 inch.
I'm gonna troll the crap out of people with this one. It's like, oh, who's your favorite Transformer? It's either Optimus Prime or Primacron. I'm not sure which is. It's a toss up, I think. Because Primacron did create Unicron, so there's that. Who's that character? It's like, oh, you're a G1 fan, eh? Ha ha ha! You don't know about Primacron, do you?
Now, Primacron's assistant inexplicably looks like the Matrix of Leadership, and I tried to look this up. He just turns it into a thing that turns into a Matrix of Leadership, and I was like, it's a mistake. It's like it's they didn't know what else to make it look like, so it's basically that. The reverse switch, yeah. You ruined my lab. Like, me think that smartest thing Grimlock ever done. I like that. Yeah. And the segment is the cassettes again.
I do like the cassette one.
Yeah.
Here's this weird.
It's like a feudal Japan planet.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So we do get. Okay. So the Quintessons are fighting Skylinks. Okay. So there's this. They take Perceptor's Autobot symbol, which like is like in his, like it rips his chest.
Yeah, that's the only time they suggest that there's more to the symbol than just an insignia. Because I remember in it's a retcon bullshit, because way back in season 1 when Jetfire ripped off his Decepticon symbol and slapped on an Autobot symbol, it's just a thing you take on and off. But here it's like there's like personality chips behind it or something. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so Blur gets killed or something.
Yeah.
And then they killed or whatever, but like and so I'm watching this episode and I'm trying to, just kind of make a couple notes here and there. And somehow I lost how they got back. Like, how the hell did they get back? It was just like, yeah, we won. It's like, but you're stuck on this feudal Japan planet with robots. Like, and then I like how this is Perceptor basically. Mm-hmm. So is the symbol Perceptor's like soul or brain? I don't know.
That's what I was saying. They retcon that. It's like, behind it is because when they slide it out, it's like a whole piece.
It's a whole piece. Yeah. Then they shove that into you can see
it into the woman's head, and and then when she talks, it's Perceptor. So it's all gender bent. It's like, yeah. Yeah,
this is a weird one. I mean, I do like this. I love Japan.
Yeah.
And like, look, this guy looks like friggin' the Thundercats guy or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of neat. But like, what the hell's going on here? And I just completely got lost on how they even got back. Like, I just missed that, or I was like, okay, I guess we're back.
Yeah, they don't fuss about it at the end. So I guess we'll get back.
War Dawn characters. Let's see. So what do you think about this one?
Written by Mary Screens, who was a comic writer, and Steve Skeets. Animated by Acom. Last appearance of Perceptor. One hell of a last appearance of Perceptor and Sunbow. Yeah. Planet Zamojin. That's what it's called. The planet Zamogin's origins intersect with the Quintessons. Of course, they're the big bad, really, of season 3.
Yeah.
This episode gave me the impression that Transformers personalities, were in or attached around their insignias. And they're really, really excited for this segment for the cassettes. It's the third consecutive cassette segment. So, yeah. It's weird. It's fun. Listen, you said you wanted more science fiction and other planets. Here you go.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. It's just that it just wasn't realized as much, I don't like them messing with Transformer things. Like, all of a sudden your brain is in your chest plate or whatever with your symbol. It's like, that's weird.
They do. The next one retcons something too, but anyway.
So the next one is what? Burden hardest to bear.
Yep.
All right. So here's where your favorite leader is just like not having it.
It's like the end of the season, dude. God. It's like, didn't you have a story arc in the movie? What the hell happened? Anyway.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like they're just like, well, kids maybe didn't see the movie, so we'll just pretend it's happening in the show.
Yeah.
I like how Japan is pissed off at the Autobots. That's funny. And Hot Rod's like, you know what? F all you then. You want to, it's like, I someone should.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got that one ready here for this one. It's like,
screw all of you.
This hasn't aged well because Bailey's a good guy now. She's back to being a face. So
she was usually a face, and then
and then she was a heel. Now she's a face again. But anyway, so So yeah, so the Thundercons got the Matrix in this one, right? You got the ancient you got the ghosts. Scourge gets the Matrix and gets all weird and powerful. That was kind of neat.
Yeah.
And then he becomes Hot Rod again. And then he's like, oh, I got to get the Matrix back because, it's a cartoon. I have to get it back. Galvatron shoots Scourge, which is kind of fun. Scourge has been, he's one of these guys that like all of a sudden, like sometimes he gets picked on a little bit or something stupid happens with them or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's kind of neat. I have his figure. I think the thing is that it's like anything else. After I saw the movie, I was so amped for like I liked Transformers, but I didn't have many figures because they were expensive.
Yeah.
So I tended to be more pumped up for G.I. Joe and He-Man because those are the figures I had the most of, and especially He-Man. Yeah. But then after the movie, I was so amped. I'm like, oh man, yeah, like Transformers, this is awesome. Because the He-Man stuff, like Secret of the Sword and those other, I don't even know if those even came out. I don't think those came out in theaters. That didn't come. Did that come out?
Yeah, Secret of the Sword was in theater. I saw it.
Okay, I saw it in the theater then too. G.I. Joe didn't. I don't think that came out in theaters.
No, it didn't.
No, because I didn't see that in the theater. Which is actually, that's really weird. But anyways, and Secret of the Sword it's fine. I like it for the honor.
Yeah, but it's not this. Like,
but it's not this.
I came out and I was like, yeah, that was cool. I wasn't like, oh God, I have to buy like Hordak, Grizzlor. It's like because it's not this Stadium Rock amped up animation. It's like this thing was made to be a movie, like that Transformers movie.
Oh yeah,
Transformers Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. No. After I came out of that, I was like, Transformers is the greatest thing ever, and that's all I care about. But then we still didn't get a lot of the toys. So then I started to try to get how I could hoard the ones I had, and I had just a little bit of, really G1. I only had Optimus Prime, and that's because someone gave it to me. Mm-hmm. Me buying new toys was Wreck-Gar. I really wanted Cup, and Hot Rod, and I couldn't get them. Mm-hmm. But I got whatever was around at the time. So then I did get Grimlock though. I did get Perceptor. I got Slag. I got what's his face? Lightspeed, that other little guy. A couple of the Stunticons. So I kind of got what was still what I could still find in the stores. Yeah. But now the new products were coming in. I desperately wanted Cyclonus and Scourge, and and my buddy had the sweeps, or I was like, oh man, this is so cool. How do you Cup? How do you? Oh yes, I'm not spelling it. It's K anyways. It's not C. You're supposed to say spell I Cup. That was the kid joke. Yeah. Spell I Cup. It's like, no. Why am I doing that? So, anyways, what'd you think of? Yeah, here's Scourgus.
Yeah, Scourgimus. So it's written by Michael Charles Hill, animated by Toei. Rodimus sucks at being a leader. Cup claims Prime went through the same thing, but I've never seen it, so that didn't happen. Last appearance of Springer, Broadside, Astro Train, who in this episode actually uses his train mode, I think for the first time. Like, you've seen his train mode anyways, but here he's actually on an actual railroad. That
yes
before
Devastator's
last appearance, and Marissa Fairborn in Sunbow. The Stunticons Dead End and Wild Rider are assigned to Earth, and I was like, is it really wise to break up a combiner team?
That's weird.
Like, that's kind of dumb. But anyway, Hot Rod is inexplicably he appears in a sensei's dojo. And he receives the big advice. I kind of like that.
Yes, that is cool.
Because, he's given a big advice, and you don't even know that Hot Rod's in the room. And then he turns his back, and Hot Rod's this giant hulking thing just sitting there. And then he gives him the big advice and stuff. That was cool. I like that. What else? Super Scourge looks like the Toxic Waste Man in RoboCop.
Yes, you're right.
They shouldn't be able to put that. That's another retcon. Like, they shouldn't be able to put the Autobot Matrix of leadership into them and get any power at all. But it happens here, and whatever. I liked Tokyo, downtown Tokyo in this. That was pretty cool. Just seeing the Transformers in that area. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, it's the last regular episode of the series, and then we got another 5 episodes of multi-parters. So,
all right, my God, the return of
this is
Optimus
pumped,
Prime. The rest of these are all great.
Mm-hmm.
The lowdown downtown. All right. I mean, okay, this almost could have been another movie.
Right.
I mean, this is insane. Okay, so I mean, how are we even gonna like? Okay, so the Astros, well, I don't know what they're called. They find Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah.
So like his body or whatever.
Jessica Morgan and Gregory Swafford. Like they give them like mega names. Like
they give them names. Yeah. So the one guy's pissed off at them. So there's all the spores and all that shit. They help the girl walk, even though they help Jessica walk or whatever. But then the dad is still pissed off.
Yeah.
We got Defensor, Superion. We had Abominus. We had Computron. We have lots of Autobots. Once the spores attack you, you become red. You're all diseased or whatever. If you touch anyone, then it passes it on.
Mm-hmm.
This is still part 1.
Yeah.
I love how, like, this is like Marvel Zombies, which or whatever. Like this thing where
it's 28 days later. I mean, it's like this predicts that movie by like 20 years or something.
And I remember this image
and
thinking like, oh yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, the FHE tape. That's cool.
What was your question? Oh, what was your question, Skeptic? Are there any Transformers?
I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think pretty much everything that transformed in the cartoon transformed in the toys. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is 28 days later. Yeah, it's just so part 1, and then I mean we could talk about 1 and 2 together.
Well, if you want to do that, like I got mega notes.
Okay, so hold on. I'll just quickly go through, and then I'll let you, and then I'll respond to your thing. So we got Gold. What's his face? Goldbug. No, what's his
Goldbug?
Goldbug.
So ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. They got to get the Matrix. There's that special metal. If you coat yourself, you're immune to it.
Yeah.
We have. I'm not going to go through everything I've written here. Just like I like that. What's his face grabs Megatron, Galvatron's gun or whatever. We got the white version of Optimus Prime, which we've seen before. We did get to see Optimus versus Rodimus or Hot Rod or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Optimus gets Matrix Alphatron. We got to see him. You got the Touch Plays, which is the greatest song ever made. The world gets all healed. Yay! Galvatron gives he gives like respect. It's I guess and then it's like okay, we're good. And this would have been the end, and then we can talk a bit about what was going on because I don't really know. But this looked like it would have ended Transformers.
This should have been the end of the. I think this was meant to be the end of the show.
It was meant to. I think so too. Yeah.
Because it's such a great finale. It's funny because G.I. Joe never got anything like this. Right. The movie was basically the Sunbow finale. Okay. I'll do my 1 and 2 notes.
Yeah, go for it.
Written by Marv Wolfman and
yes, I wanted to say that as soon as I saw that name.
So Marv Wolfman signed off on all the scripts. He was like one of the showrunners of the thing. Mm-hmm. So animated by Toei. So last appearance of Megatron in Flashback. And that Flashback I think is brand new. I don't think they took from a show. Right?
It is brand new. Yeah.
Just before Prime's ship detonated, Jessica Morgan and Gregory Swafford rescued Prime without the Autobots detecting another ship in Dark Awakening. Sure, when they made Dark Awakening, that was supposed to be the last of Optimus Prime, and then they went back and retconned everything with this episode because people demanded it, right? So Jessica getting injured in a Transformers firefight and being retrofitted with bionics in order to walk, and the resentment for all robots are all reminiscent of the comic stories, Transformers 6 to 9 with was Circuit Breaker.
Oh yeah.
We read those.
Read those. Yep. Please check those out on the playlist for Transformers. Please like the stream. Please subscribe. All that stuff.
Yep. The Throttlebots make their debut in the background. They have a bit more to say in the second one. The Hate Plague, of course, predicts 28 days later. Yep. Wreck-Gar. So I remember Wreck-Gar's lines more from this episode than anything else.
Okay.
The Dr. McCoy and Ricky Ricardo and Dr. Coates and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm a doctor, not a forklift and all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's awesome.
And so part 2, Skylink's explaining the recap was a nice touch. He's just explaining to Optimus what happened, and it's explaining to the kids, right?
Hey, Don, thanks for popping in.
Bumblebee's change to gold bug was awkward. It's like, I feel like a gold bug. It's like, what's a gold bug? It's like, and that was memed before. I told you about this before YouTube. There's a viral video where a guy voiced it over, and it's like Optimus goes, I think I'll call you Gold Bug, and then he looks at everyone else. I think I'll rename you Shithead or whatever, and it's just like all these stupid names like Shit Lamps, F Nut, like Dick Slap, like, it's like and I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah, really.
I know you too well, Galvatron. That's what Prime says, and he's never met Galvatron. Galvatron came about after he died.
Right.
It's a clever way to include the White Optimus that came with the Ultra Magnus toy.
Yeah.
So, like, kids were probably baffled by that when they got Ultra Magnus. Like, why is there an White Optimus Prime? In Diaclone, it was supposed to be armor for their convoy characters. So, Stan Bush is the touch. Yeah, that's awesome. So in general, like, this is one heck of a return story. Like, it's instead of just having Prime return and then he fights guys and whatever, it's like, hey, Prime's back. They weave this whole thing about, like, there's a revenge tale and there's like a hate plague, and it builds up to Prime returning, and there's a lot at stake, and it sets up Prime being a savior of the universe and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a clever, natural way to have Prime fight Rodimus for the Matrix.
Yeah,
it's like Rodimus has the hate plague and Prime has the armor, and he fights it because like it's like, why would they fight? It's like, well, this makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this is the first. So in the 80s, syndication was a big deal, and it was just coming up. Cartoons took full advantage. So most new programming was cartoons that was syndicated. They had some sitcoms that were syndicated. For the most part, it was reruns and cartoons. And whenever they hyped up a syndicated show, it was the debut of it, right? This is the first time I ever saw a syndicated show have a season finale or even a specific date for an episode that wasn't the first episode.
Wow.
This was the first time where they hyped up something that was in syndicated run, where it's like, coming up, like, this is coming back, like, I remember I can't find these on the internet, but I remember there being promos at the end of rerun episodes leading up to February 24th and 25th, I think it was. That I can't find these online. It's like there's an alert siren and there's the blazing word like alert, and then it's what's it, Victor DeColi's voice, his booming voice saying like the rumors are true. Witness the return of Optimus Prime, February 24th and 5th. And then it cuts out. It's so quick, and I was like, oh my god, they really hyped the shit out of this, and I mean, I don't know. It had a big impact on me because I was like, oh my god, like they're hyping this thing up, and then it was appointment television, February 24th and 5th. Whether or not you remember those dates, like I think all kids watched it because they for weeks they had this thing on, and
everybody was talking about Optimus Prime's coming back. Like
the whole thing with the touch playing at the end made it special.
Yeah,
like they knew it was special. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, this would have made a great finale for the show. I mean, I like the Rebirth. This is a better finale than that. It's pretty awesome stuff. So yeah, I am impressed by how they wove this into a much richer story than it would have been, right? So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, FK. Right, it was out there. I was out there a little longer first rounds, a little more able to understand, remember the plot stories. Yeah. It like I remember everyone's like, "Oh, Optimus Prime's coming back! Oh my god!" So, I mean, it is epic having you got the touch. I mean, you basically this really should be the end.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to talk about Rebirth in a second.
I like it too. Yeah,
I like Rebirth. But really, you finish with this, and then you watch Headmasters, and that would really be the best.
And I've seen that in other markets. That's what happened in Mexico. They did that. In most other markets, they did that. It's really mostly exclusive to North America, the Rebirth, and maybe the UK. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Guys, if you're here and you're not subscribed to Sean, please make sure you're subscribed to Sean's channel. The link is in the description of the video, but also in the chat right now. So make sure you're subscribed to Sean. And if there's time, we're going to talk a little bit about how the Transformer Wars are going to work, just as a for fun stream here and there, what we can do in between things. So, and if there's time, we can try to do one right now.
Yep.
But anyway, let's continue on. So I mean, this is a great way to end it. Optimus Prime is back. He's in control again.
Yeah,
he's the man. He saves the world. Everything's good to go. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, Rebirth. And there's 3 episodes of Rebirth.
Yeah.
They are awesome. We read, okay, so let's bring it up just to take a look.
Yeah, at it pales in comparison to the comic.
Right. So Sean and I did a stream on the Headmasters comic book miniseries, 4 parts. We did all 4 in one stream. And we're going to do more of the comics again. We haven't forgotten the comics. It's just that the cartoon, right now I'm reading so many comics that it's easier for me to watch some cartoons to break up. Because like today I had to read a couple of Fantastic Four issues. I had to read my leisure reading that I'm reading. I went to the comic shop as well to get stuff. I had to do my Star Trek reviews. Just so much like for the cartoons, I can kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Transformers comics are actually pretty dense too. They're not like when we read Superboy every Monday for the Legion live stream, it's very light reading. Like it's very easy, and Fantastic Four is a bit more dense and there's more concepts in there, but still, like Transformers, you're like, whoa, there's like a lot going on. But those Headmaster comics, if you want to take a look at them, check out that live stream. It's in the playlist. Hell, those are crazy. So this tries to put all of that into 3 episodes. Headmasters is 35 episodes, and this is 3. Basically, there's the Nebulons are this race, and they fight the Hive. So it's like there's 2 factions. It's the same thing. There's a civil war going on. The Autobots merge with some of the Nebulons and also Daniel. And then the Decepticons go with Sarek and his Hive people. So we've got, this is weird because Japan went completely different with this concept, and the comic book was sort of this, but also a little bit different.
Right.
So it's the heads are the heads of the guys are made into suits for the humans to wear, which will allow them to transform into the head of Chrome Dome, Hardhead, Brainstorm. I'm trying to do it without looking at my notes. I almost know all of them. RC is one of them. There's one more. I can't remember the other one. So there's 5 of them. So Daniel becomes RC's head. And when this happens, they're like, they share like a symbiosis or whatever. It's like the two are together.
Yep.
The Japanese one is way different. The Japanese ones is just little robots, little transformers that turn into heads, but they need bodies to control. Right. So the head can go on. They make their own bodies, and the heads can go on any guy.
Yeah.
And then some of the humans become weapons.
Right.
For those guys. Now the point is that the human, if you take an Autobot and a human and merge them together, that's better than just a human or just an Autobot.
Somehow,
I don't understand how that was. I missed what you said here. Got all back from Japan in '86. I had a friend that had a Predaking toy. Yes, Predaking, yep. With 5 animals, but I never used to look cartoons in the '90s. Oh yes, yeah, my buddy. Oh, Predaking was awesome. We saw him in the last week. Okay. So, I mean, I don't even know how we're even going to talk. So we could go one by one. The Decepticons attack. Okay, go back to Cybertron. They got to do the human partners things. There's this plasma thing. I can't like this plasma energy that is going to if you release it, it'll just destroy everything. The Decepticons want it released. Six Shot is shown. He's awesome.
Yep.
What else was 12 levels below? Yeah, that's whatever. What else is Daniel's injured, and we're introduced to the Nebulons and the Hive. So that was just episode 1. So what do you have for just episode 1?
Oh boy. So all 3 of these are written by David Wise and animated by ACOM. And I'll just one of my last notes here. I'll just explain. David Wise said there were about 130 new characters for him to introduce when they gave him the list.
Right.
And so they called him up. I guess Return of Optimus Prime was supposed to be the last one, but they said, you know what? Let's do a 5-parter. So they called up this guy David Wise, who was an animation writer, and they gave him the list. It's like, these are the guys you have to introduce. And they said it's 5 episodes. He goes, okay, fine, I could probably do that, right? But then what happened was, it was supposed to cap off the series with 5 episodes, but then Hasbro reduced it to 3 because they just ran out of money or something. So he's like, he calculated, and it would be, if he introduced characters one at a time, they'd have to be introduced every 28 seconds to make it in. So he just introduced them in groups, right? So that's what happened there. So the new opening is made up of mostly toy commercial animation and some animation from the season 3 opener, and the contrast between the 2 animation styles is jarring.
It's terrible.
The commercial stuff looks way better. It's like, got way more detail and stuff. The opening fight features the new Throttle Bots, the Spy Punch and Counter Punch. If you have a Decepticon named Counter Punch, you figure that Punch is him, right? The Decepticon and Autobot Headmasters before they're Headmasters. Cerebros. Also, I think, Six Shot is introduced. He kills the aerial bots, basically. They turn up later, but they die. I'm pretty sure in the 3rd one they get shot down again.
They're dead. I made a note of that. It's not in the first. Aerobots die in part 3.
In 3, yeah. The Nebulons are green here, not human like in the comic.
Right.
The Nebulons know what a human is because they say human. Fastlane and Cloudbreaker are introduced. The Autobot twins, Roger Dodger, Optimus Prime. They say that in the commercial as well, so I guess that's their thing. And that's it. He gives them a mission and you never see them again. So I don't know. There's a million. It's not just Headmasters and Target Masters. Hasbro released a whole slew of characters, and they're all introduced. Most of them introduced here. More guys are introduced later on. So
yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so episode 2, they need to get the key to the Plasma Forge. Headmasters are there.
Yeah.
So Daniel becomes RC. This is where he becomes her, or whatever, to save himself. Optimus Prime enters Vector Sigma and talks to Alpha Trion. We see the Decepticon headmasters. I love that Galvatron is like prejudice against human, or organics. He's like, I don't want these people to merge with organics. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But they have to merge because Cyclonus is like, yeah, but they're better.
Mm-hmm.
So the key is on Nebulos now. Then we see Target Masters. I didn't even write notes because I was just writing down all the new things that kept popping up. Then the Decepticons get the key. Then Autobots. Then the Autobots get Target Masters. So it's like the Autobots get Headmasters, and the Decepticons like, well, we need Headmasters, and will you do Target Masters? And the Autobots are like, okay, well, now we need Target Masters.
Yeah.
And then what else? RC got the key right from Scourge. And then we see Scorponok at the very end. So then we get Scorponok in there. And he's also a headmaster, right? Yeah, he's Sarek.
Yeah.
Not Spock's father, Sarek.
No,
yeah,
Zarak.
Zarak, sorry. Zarak. Been watching too much Star Trek.
Yeah.
Nebulons. Here they are. Here's is this Zarak? I can't remember who. No, that's not Zarak. That's what's his face.
So I didn't write a lot. I just said Autobot and Decepticon Target Master is introduced. So in the last episode, the Nebulons said that the Hive's bodies are weak and useless because they rely on their machines so much. But as you can see here, it's so funny you show him. Zarak looks like a freaking power lifter. Like he's got this mega chest, and he's like, it's like,
well, this is weak compared to He-Man.
Yeah. It's He-Man's body, or whatever. I always remember Daniel calling Cyclonus Cyclownus. I remember that.
That's funny.
And of course, the Scorponok's debut at the end, a so-called city. That's cool. Dun. I remember being very excited for all that because I knew the toys. And the thing is, I should say too, so I read the comic before. The comic must have come out before this cartoon. And I was in love with that comic. I loved it. And my 11-year-old brain thought it was the greatest thing ever written because I didn't really read a lot at that point. And so when I saw this cartoon, I was like, I don't know if I like the changes here. It's right. Like, and I realized they were rushing through things. I'm like, I don't know. I like the comic better, right? So anyway.
Yeah, I remember you told that story when we did the thing about you getting the comic. I never had the comic. I don't think I saw Rebirth. I don't remember any of this.
No.
When I was watching it again, just like whatever, like 3 days ago or whatever, I don't remember any of it.
No.
I'm like, and it felt familiar because we just read the comics.
Yeah.
So that could be the problem. Is sometimes it messes with, like, your mind is not perfect.
Yeah.
Like I remember certain things. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this episode. Yeah, shit, I remember this now.
Yeah.
This one I had zero memory of it, so I don't think I saw this as a kid. To me, Return of Optimus Prime, that was like, okay, he's back and Transformers is done, and now, we got other stuff to watch or whatever, and it's like that's it.
Yeah.
But Scorponok is pretty damn badass. Like that's for damn sure. I don't think I knew anyone. You're always like, oh, I know that kid who had this toy. So that kid with this toy, and then fill in the whatever the toy is.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew anyone that had Scorponok. Like I knew somebody that had. I think I knew a kid that had Metroplex.
Yeah, you knew a kid that had Metroplex. Yeah.
And I know a guy who had all the combiners because of how he got them.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody had Scorponok that I can remember. And that definitely would have been bragging. Like, I got Scorponok. Oh, shit, right?
Yeah, he's pretty crazy. Like, he's a big thing, right? And I think he was motorized too. Like, his Scorponok legs would walk and stuff. Yeah.
So
this is pretty awesome.
G1?
Fortress Maximus, I remember him being crazy. Like I was like, my God, what the hell? Like his head was a transformer. And that hadn't been like the heads would turn into a guy, but this head it was a transformer, turned into a vehicle and a guy. And then that head had a head headmaster, that head for the headmaster was a headmaster. It was so nuts. It was like a Russian doll. It was crazy. Yeah.
Fortress Maximus. Yeah, his head is.
Yeah, Cerebros would go into the robot that becomes the head and can also turn into a thing.
Yeah.
That becomes the head of Fortress Maximus.
Yeah.
So crazy, man. Awesome.
My friend had Predaking.
Yeah.
My friend had Predaking as well.
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell's this? What, somebody bought all the Scorponocks?
Someone bought all these Scorponocks and bragging.
Look at this, man.
The new ones that they made for like Earthrise or whatever are crazy. Yeah. Like they made them like bigger sized. I remember they also made the Ark that could transform into a guy. That's one.
Yeah, that's great. That's Earthrise.
That's one skeptic. The Ark in G1 was just a ship, but they made a transformer version of it way later on. There you go. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I have? I have this. Oops.
Oh, what the
I have this like Star Wars.
Yeah, I didn't like these.
Yeah, I have this though.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks brutal to me, but
yeah.
I don't like messing these, like merging these things together. Like, what is the point?
Yeah, like the Ecto 1 transformer and all that.
Yeah, that's weird too. I've seen that. All right. Episode 3. Only an organic can save the day. They can survive the plasma
only
energy.
Ninja can defeat a ninja.
Only a ninja can defeat him. The aerial bots die, and they're literally their bodies are being dragged away.
Yeah.
I like how Galvatron's all pissed off.
Yep.
At the headmasters and target masters, and they want to torture Daniel, which is great.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to torture him. So Cybertron is like is it? I can't tell what's going on. If it's just like it's just getting destroyed or whatever. The Autobot. Yeah, this is a bit okay. So the Autobots, they want the key to be destroyed, but Vector said no, you shouldn't destroy the key. It's like okay. And then the headmaster's like, well, we're going to go destroy it anyways. And then Fortress Maximus shows up. And then Spike becomes the headmaster for Fortress Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
Galvatron releases the plasma because he's a goof. We do get Scorponok versus Fortress. That's cool.
Yeah.
And he's a double headmaster. That's as you just said.
Yeah.
Spike has to go have a showdown. Oh yeah, he's got to go shut down that thing.
Yeah.
What else? And then Autobots are alive at the end. How do you say Cerebrus or whatever? What's the guy's name?
Cerebros.
Cerebros. And then this will be the new golden age. Yay. And then Headmaster and Cerebros, they're going to stay on that planet or whatever. And then the Decepticons are like, we're going to go to other worlds and do bad things. And like, okay, I guess that's that. Wait, bad news. James Gunn's putting fake rumors for the new Teen Titans movie, destroying one of my favorite DC comic books. They're going to destroy it all, Joe. Just don't even.
Yeah.
Mob Boss Soprano's voice.
Yeah, I love it. He goes, let's rub them out. Like,
rub them out. Woo! So they packed a lot of stuff. Like,
yeah, they had to because there was going to be 5 episodes, and then they had to do it in 3, right?
Wow.
Galvatron's reaction to the organics melding with his troops is hilarious. He's like, "What? You call yourself Decepticons?" I kind of agree with him. It's like,
oh no,
you're in or you're out, man. It's like we're supposed to hate humans. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Or Nebulans or whatever.
You Nebulans, you softies.
Cerebros is the worst.
Huggers.
Yeah. Yeah, so Cerebros is the worst because he's like, oh, pieces. Like, dude, you're literally a transformer. I always thought that Monzo actually ripped Daniel's real arm because he's like, oh, like, and Daniel's like, oh, like
I know. I didn't go. I was like, did you just break his arm? Because like his arm is pretty out there. Like,
yeah. Fortress Maximus debut as a Nebulon city, so that's how they do it in the cartoon. The Combaticons built the Cybertron rocket engine because the Constructicons weren't on sale anymore. They didn't. You'd figure the Constructicons would do that, but they're not on the toy shelves, so they get another combiner team to do it. And I was gonna say, this episode aired November 11th, 1987, and just about 4.5 weeks later, another big toy and cartoon franchise debuted. So this is the end of one big monster franchise, and it hands a baton to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which debuted on December 14th, 1987.
What's that? I've never heard of it.
And David Wise wrote the Rebirth, and he wrote the first 5 episodes of the Ninja Turtles. So there you go.
What a piece of garbage. That's like, yeah, what a piece of garbage. That's like that's that guy who you're like, oh, well, I guess we're all losing our jobs. That's it. It was a good run. It's over. It was a good run, guys. Well, yeah. I'm going to be writing this other thing called Ninja Turtles. Like, you son of a bitch.
Sounds like bullshit. That's never going to last. Like, yeah, they're Teenage
Ninja Turtles.
And they're like, that's too long a name. No one's going to care about that. And then it's like mega big. The guy from Fresh Prince is playing the villain. Like, oh, it sounds worse than when you say it. He's like,
really? Yeah, no. That guy's writing Ninja Turtle. He's writing Ninja Amphibians or something. Oh, that's terrible. That's never going to go anywhere.
Awful.
I sold all my stock. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
G.I. Joe. Someone messaged me. Oh, that's just our buddy.
Yeah, so I mean, so now you've seen, is this the first time you've gone through the entire thing?
Yes, fully.
Yeah.
Like actually sat down and it was a bit sad. It was a bit sad. When that, and Headmasters doesn't have this, you need to have that, the Transformers will return after these messages. Like that, like when we heard it in the theater. Oh no, we didn't hear it in the theater because it didn't.
They did do it for the other episodes other than the first one.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. Just seeing that is just so, that like triggers. Like it's great to see the episodes, but there's always one thing that kind of just triggers it for you.
Commercial bumpers,
and that triggered it. I'm like, oh man, that was so good. Hey Chris, how's it going, man?
Hey Chris.
Deathstalker 2, baby, came out. Make sure you get it tomorrow. I got it today, but get it tomorrow. Now I said Deathstalker 2, I gotta play it. You have to indulge me. Sorry, that's how it goes. If we mention it, we play it.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker 2.
And Deathstalker issue 2. It is actually Deathstalker 2, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that tonight and give my review because issue 1 was friggin' awesome.
It was awesome. It was really good. I was like, oh my god, it's an actual good comic.
It's a good comic.
I was just buying it for Deathstalker's sake, but I was like,
of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great to go through these again, and there's a lot of like nostalgia. Now I own all of these, so it is good that I own them. I'm glad. I would definitely rebuy them on Blu-ray. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. That really needs to be on Blu-ray.
I love that. Like these early cartoons when they were pushing these toys, especially the Sunbow stuff. They're better at doing that than Filmation. Sorry, He-Man, but I feel like there's a lot more exuberance and energy to these than the more sensible takes later on.
Right.
Well, like in Ninja Turtles, some guys just turn up for one episode and that's it. And it's like, here it's like you get all sorts of guys, and I mean they look colorful and fantastic. This is before animation took a nosedive with like muting the colors, making things look stylistic and weird. Yeah,
that is true.
Like
I'm just looking at Lightspeed because I had him, and I remember thinking he was such a cool card. Then the robot was not great, but like I still kind of liked him just because I was a sucker. I still have his gun somewhere or missile.
Oh wow!
I still have this missile somewhere. I guarantee you. I see.
Little accessories like that go for big money on eBay.
Yeah, for sure.
Like more so than the action figure itself.
Yeah, and I think I had all of the like. I think I still because I remember buying him. The only memory of me, I think my only memory of going to the store and buying a Transformer was this guy.
Yeah.
I had shrapnel, or now they call him scrapnel, or whatever the hell they call him.
Yeah.
I think I remember buying that, but I remember getting this specific character, and it was pretty neat. Oh, Joe, thanks for the super chat, man. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks for reading all of G. My favorite was Revenge of Bruticus. Oh shit, yeah. Sean, do you have a favorites list you want to do? Or?
I didn't do a favorites list, but Revenge of Bruticus. Like, you can easily put 4 episodes together as the Bruticus.
That entire thing was
and that could be a
best
because 3 episodes makes up an hour,
right?
And so if you did 4 episodes, it's a movie, right? So, Ultimate Doom. It's funny, I have so many copies of Ultimate Doom because they release those as separate things as well. I have VHSs, I have DVDs. I love that, and I love that the 4th episode is like an unofficial, so you can like totally put those into a movie, I guess. As you were saying before about like putting all the big broad strokes into arcs and stuff. Yeah.
There's some incredible things in
like the Dinobots episodes can all be one thing.
Oh yeah.
And I love how feisty they are in the first season. They're so great. Five Faces of Darkness I've grown to love. It's okay, but it's really sloppy stuff. I mean, they forget their own storyline like halfway through, right? With the transforming cog and all that. Yeah, I don't know. There's and I have little memories of stuff too, like the Girl Who Loves Sea Spray, I think it's called, or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And yeah, season 3 has a lot of weirdo stuff in it. But I don't know. Do you have favorites or?
Well, yeah, this Bruticus. I really like season 3 overall. I put a poll up. Let's take a quick look at the poll. Thank you so much, Joe, for that super chat. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
I gave you the shoot, and I'm going to give you the. I'll give you what's it called? Where's my Conan one that I give? All right, where is it? All right, here you go. Sean and I are going to a pulp show this Saturday. I cannot friggin' wait.
Yeah, man.
But Bruticus is pretty. All of the combiners, I literally would, if I was going. I actually seriously thought this through. I was going to do a shelf and just have. So how Sean, how you mentioned, they always introduce them in 2s.
Yeah.
To have them face off of each other.
Yeah.
And actually put them. Like these. It's going to be hard to see. I'll make myself solo for a second. So these are IKEA glass cases.
Yeah.
They're not that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, they're not that. And then they've got like 4 shelves. And I was thinking of doing do the combiners, maybe 2 or 3 combiners per shelf to get them all in there.
Mm-hmm.
And just get the reissues because I can't afford. I'm never going to be able to buy the G1 characters. It's just not in the cards. It just won't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is awesome. Who else? They're all cool. I really like 6-Shot. Was there a 6-Shot? What's 6-Shot G1 look like? Let's take a look at him.
He's badass in Headmasters too. He kills Ultra Magnus.
Yes. No, he is awesome.
Yeah. And then he becomes a good guy.
Then he becomes a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. That's a pretty damn good G1.
Yeah, I know he looked cool.
Oh man,
he's cool. He looks great there, considering that he changed in the 6th things. You'd figure he'd be rickety or something, right?
Yeah, here's all the things he. Wow, that's cool. Some of the new 6-Shot, figures are awesome. I was going to order one and I couldn't decide. This one was pretty neat. I saw a video on YouTube where they went through every 6-Shot character.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. So let's talk really quick. Let's talk about So I wanted to make this part of a stream, and we can even do one today. I think there might be enough time to do one today if everybody wants to. Let me know in the chat if you want to do a war. We can do Optimus Prime versus Megatron. But like, so Transformer Wars, what I wanted to do is I was thinking about the Combiner Wars, and I was thinking about the Combiners, and would it be cool to have like a tournament with them? But I thought, how would that work? So do you remember in G1, of course, let me find the link. Hold on a second. I've got a link to it. Where is the link here? This one, I believe. So remember they had the power setting. So when you bought a Transformer toy, it had a power setting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like this website here has them all. So you go you go to like, let's say Autobots. So you click on Autobots and then let's say Optimus Prime. And then there it is. So now this was one of those, it used to be like a line graph, right?
Yeah.
All right, take care, Joe. Thanks for popping in, buddy. So remember you get to put that red thing over top of it. You could see the line or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this website's converted all of these stats so you can easily read them. So you can pick anyone. So it's like Power Glide. Boom, here's Power Glide.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And what I've done is I've taken those stats and I've transferred them into an Excel spreadsheet and converted them into like a Dungeons and Dragons style game, which I can show everybody. Transformers. All right. So call it Transformer Wars. Here it is. And let me stop sharing this and go to, bear with me guys, 1 second. Let's get this, here we go. Okay. So I can put Autobots here. So you see, I took those stats and converted them. So I'll show you this screen. It's easier. So basically the endurance number I took and I used that as armor class. And I took the endurance number and multiplied it by 2 to come up with an armor class, like D&D. The courage, I took the number and multiplied it by 10. So Optimus Prime's courage is 10. So I made it 100 because that is going to be your sort of your health. When your courage depletes to 0, you run away from the battle and the battle's over.
Yeah.
So basically you're trying to get the guy down to 0 courage. Rank is, if we ever do teams, ranks will just be like who can attack first. So then there's ranged and then there's melee combat. So for ranged combat, you've got your speed ranking, which I'm going to use as your initiative, which you add to your roll. Your roll is what you get up here. So this is a D20 roll. It's a random number between 1 and 20. So a complete random number between 1 and 20. I could do 1 and 25 if we want. We can see how it works out, right?
Yeah.
Then you use your skill. So Optimus Prime had a skill of 10. You use your skill in order to add that skill number to your roll. So you still roll your dice. You add your skill number. And that is trying to beat this guy's endurance. So Prime is trying to roll higher than 16 to beat Megatron's endurance. And if he hits him, the firepower is the damage that he removes from his courage. Woo! And then it's the same for melee combat. So same exact thing. Is that somewhat clear to everybody? I know this is like, you'll have to almost just trust me because I run games like this all the time. But so for the people in the chat, if you want to see anybody, it could be Decepticon versus Decepticon, like Autobots versus whatever. It could be a small guy versus a combiner. Let me know what some of your matches you want to do. 2 matches, and it's got to be a G1 character because only the G1 characters actually had these stats that I can convert. I don't think after that, Sean, did they ever have stats like this in later toy lines? No, right?
I don't remember it in later toy line. They might have brought it back as a nostalgia thing.
Well, this website won't have it then. They're just converting the G1 guys.
Yeah.
So to do a practice to see how it goes, you press F9 to roll the stats. So watch, so you see the 4 and 14, that'll change. See, as I press F9, that changes. Right?
Okay.
So the first thing we do is we're going to do range combat. So both guys are going to start shooting at each other. Mm-hmm. So let's say they're far away. Megatron and Optimus Prime are far away. They're going to start shooting at each other. So I pressed F9. Optimus Prime got a 9 and Megatron got an 8. Mm-hmm. So now you look at ranged combat, the speed. This is to see who goes first. So Optimus Prime has rolled a 17 because he adds an 8 to his roll for his speed. He got 17. Megatron adds a 4 because he's a lot slower in ranged combat. Mm-hmm. So he rolled a 12 plus 8. So he could still beat Prime if he had rolled higher, right? So Optimus Prime gets to go first because he rolled higher. So now we press F9 again. And Optimus Prime rolled a 13. And we add it to his skill, which is a 10 to give you 23. Mm-hmm. Megatron's endurance is 16. So 23 beats 16. So he hit Megatron. And his firepower is 8. So this is plus 90 minus 8. So now he's at 82. So that's the damage. Okay. And Optimus Prime did his turn. Now Megatron gets to attack ranged back. So we press F9 again. Mm-hmm. He rolled a 27. 18 plus 9 is 27. That beats his endurance of 20. So Megatron hit Optimus Prime. So he's down to 90. And Megatron took his turn. Yeah. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, every time I type something, this re-rolls, so don't just ignore that. We're not going to count those rolls. It's only when I press F9.
Okay, so okay.
Now they get close, and it's going to be the same thing for melee combat, which is green. So we press F9 to see who goes first. 25 and 17. Oh, it looks like Optimus Prime gets to punch him first. Mm-hmm. Roll again. 19 beats 16. So his strength is 10, so that's 10 damage. Optimus Prime took his turn. Now it's Megatron's turn. Press F9 again. 19 does not beat 20, so Megatron missed. That's it for his turn. Now we go back to ranged combat. All right, we go back to ranged combat. 14 and 18, Optimus Prime gets to go first. Roll again. 16 does beat 16, so he does hit him for 8 damage. Optimus Prime took his turn. Now it's Megatron's turn. Megatron actually, did this change? We'll roll that again. Yes. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. That's why I didn't change. Yeah, so okay. 25 meets, he got him. 25 beats 20, so 10 damage. He's down to 80. Megatron took his turn. All right, now it's melee combat. Oh, he just scored 29 to 28. Just barely. He's going first. Okay, did anything change yet? So that beats him. He does 10 damage. 74. Optimus Prime took his turn. Oh, this is going to be
down to the.
It's going to be down to the wire. No, wait, what did he have there? Yeah, 64. So he's at 54. And that was Optimus Prime's turn. Mm-hmm. All right, it's Megatron's turn. No, he missed. He missed him
again.
Oh my God! All right, let's go back to range combat. Optimus Prime goes first. Optimus Prime hits. Takes. All right, Megatron's turn. He missed. Wow, Megatron's getting his ass handed to him. I played about 2 or 3 of these last night, and Megatron did win one of them.
Oh,
just
wow.
barely. Melee combat. Megatron goes first this time. Mm-hmm. Megatron hits for 10 damage, so he got Prime.
Oh.
There you go. Now it's Prime's turn. Prime hit. 36. Uh-oh. We're getting down to the end here. All right. Let's try that again. Let's go to the range combat. He goes first. He hits for 8. Oops. That was Optimus Prime's turn. See, it goes fast once you know what's going on.
Yeah.
He hit 10 damage. That's Megatron's turn. All right, well, he's still in it. Okay, melee attack.
Those misses, that was the problem.
Oh, he goes first, though. Megatron goes first this time. He got him. He got him for 10.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh. Is Megatron going to get this? Let's go Optimus Prime. He hits for 10. Oh, Megatron's down to 18. I think it's over. Let's go back to ranged combat. Prime goes first. Prime misses. Oh, no. A big miss on that one. All right, Megatron's going. So we're looking at this number to beat 20. Yes. Oh, he got him. He got him. Oops.
No.
Okay. Oh, it's getting tense now. All right. Melee combat. Optimus Prime goes first. Optimus Prime missed.
No.
Oh my God. Megatron's got an opening here. Oh, Megatron missed. They both missed. It was a double miss.
Wow.
That was. So I'm just going to delete that. Go again. So now they're back. Oh, actually, no, I can't because they go to melee. They go to range combat. Okay, so we're back to range combat. Optimus Prime goes first. Optimus Prime missed.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Megatron. Oh no, no, Megatron missed.
They're
right,
whiffing now. They're tired, you know.
All right, so we're looking at the green numbers here first.
Yeah.
Prime goes first.
Prime,
He's got to beat 16. He does. He takes 10 damage. 8. That was Prime's turn. Megatron's got a turn here. Oh, he got him. 30 damage. Still going. So now we got to add another row here. All right, so ranged combat. Megatron goes first. Megatron hits. Oh my God. Megatron got him. 20. Okay, range combat. Let's go. This is Prime's turn now.
Mm-hmm.
He got him for 8. It's done.
Yeah. 0. There you go.
There you go.
Woo.
So he had 20 left. So there you go. That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to see this? This is what I need. It didn't take me too long to set this up. I can do anybody versus anybody. We can have fun with it. We can do combiners.
Yeah.
Whatever. And it's really easy. And then to reset it, you literally just highlight all this, go back, and it just resets everybody. Decepticons. It's Megatron. And it's reset. There you go. And I just delete that. And then it doesn't have to be Megatron. Like we'll do other characters.
Yeah.
So there you go. What do you guys think about that? In the chat, if you think it's cool and fun to do at the end of a stream just to like kill some time, that was insane. I this was just a for fun test one to do. I can explain it better, and we can it's just something to do at the end of the stream, or if there's time, just to have like a fun matchup.
Yeah.
If anybody has any ideas for matchup, Sean, if you want to see matchups, let me know. I can do them. I like doing these games. I put it together. It's not. I would assume that Optimus Prime would beat Megatron, but it was a very close match. There was a couple of misses there. You like it, Don? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, let me know in the chat, yes or no. If it's a no, it's a no. There's a line in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where he's like, if it's a no, it's a no, not no with excuses. It's like, if it's a no, just say no to drugs. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
If you think it's cool, or you want to try it a couple times, see how it goes.
Yeah,
we can do it that way as well. I had a lot of fun putting that together, so I actually might keep that just for my own personal amusement, because it is using the official stats, and I don't think that they're that fair. Like D&D and these games are very fair in the way they there's more thought process into, well, what, if you're wearing armor, how hard is it to hit you in that. This, I think they just said, oh yeah, Optimus Prime's 10, 10, 10, 10. Oh, I guess he's a 9 here,
Yeah.
But Megatron did do, that's why I did the dice rolls. Because if Megatron rolls high, then yeah. Can you jump series? I can only do if you're talking about for the game, I can only do whatever's on that guy's website. So because he's the only one, you have to have all the stats. I'll put the link in the chat. I'll give you the private link if you want, Sean. Here, hold on.
Yeah.
Private chat. That guy's got all the stats on there. So there you go. All right. Well, guys, make sure you're subscribed to Sean, and let's check out the poll. Okay, so 20% gave it 5 out of 5. And 60% give it 4 out of 5, 20% give it 3 out of 5, and I'm going to end that poll right there. I can do Grimlock versus any Dinobot, sure. Any Dinobot. I think the Dinobots are there. Yeah, any Dinobot. It could be Grimlock versus Grimlock, but like, I mean, that'd be kind of weird. That just got whoever rolls, whoever gets the roll or whatever. So
Dinobot from Beast Wars.
Oh, Dinobot. I'm sorry. That's what you're saying. No, I can't do that.
Hit a guy from one line to another line.
I don't think that guy's got that stats.
That's the thing. They need the stats. I don't know if they did that for Beast Wars.
So that's what Dinobot?
I think they might have, but I don't know if it's listed somewhere.
No, I don't have Dinobot.
Yeah.
But I have Grimlock, obviously. Like we could do Grimlock versus like Huffer or something weird. Like it could be anything. But yeah, sorry, I meant I got you, Beast Wars. Yeah, no, I can't do that. It has to be G1, pretty much G1 toys. Like I don't even know, did Chrome Dome? Let me see if he has Chrome Dome.
Yeah, Chrome Dome has to be there.
He does have Chrome Dome, yeah.
They all have stats, yeah.
Yeah, so if they have stats, yeah, Wheelie versus Skids. Let me see. Wheelie.
Yeah, Skids was a Autobot fan.
So Wheelie, I do have Wheelie. And Skids, I got Skids.
Yep.
I could do Wheelie versus Skids. Okay, so let me start writing some of these down. Skids and Wheelie. All right. Does everyone want Skids versus Wheelie on the next one? Because I can do that. That'll be super serious. That'll be super silly.
Behind.
And Sean will do the voices for them.
Yeah.
Sean can do the voices for them. So I can do an entire stream with just hanging out, having fun, doing these matches just to kill time and have fun with it. Or I could tack them on at the end. God help us. Yeah, we could. I'm going to do it now. The thing is, I've already downloaded the stats, so that's it. It's happening. I'm gonna do it because now it's in there.
Skids are gonna beat the shit out of Wheelie. It's a job match.
Yeah. So Jazz. I should be able to do Jazz for sure.
Jazz is the same car, so that's interesting.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's do Jazz. Yeah, I got Jazz. Jazz.
Like Scourge versus Cyclonus.
And Prowl. Hold on a second. Prowl, yep. Okay.
Well, you know what? Screw that. Scourge versus Ultra Magnus, since they were like the big like buddies or whatever in season 3. They're like, I respect you. It's like, I respect you, or that kind of bullshit.
Okay, so sorry, Cyclonus. I got Cyclonus. Hold on a second. Cyclonus the movie or Cyclonus Target Master?
Movie, because that's the one that's in season 3.
Okay. And then versus Ultra Magnus?
Yeah.
All right. Ultra Magnus. Okay, that's good. I got it. That's good enough.
Yeah.
All right. So Sean, what's going on your channel coming up?
Oh, I gotta load all my. I have a whole bunch of comic reviews I have to load. I'm behind on reading my stuff because I've been reading for your channel. So.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah. So yeah, tune in. There's a whole bunch of cool shit coming, man.
All right. Well, this Friday, Fantastic Friday, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do Headmasters. I'll get you the date, guys, on Headmasters. It's coming. Let me take a break here for a week or so, and then Monday, of course, is the Legion live stream, and then yes, Transformer Wars. This is going to be exciting. I'm gonna have fun with. We're gonna have some fun with it. See, as soon as I started, it's like it took a second. Then people are like, oh, this. It's like, see, there's a lot of cool stuff. All that, right? So there you go. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Everyone stuck to the end, so that's great. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you on Friday. This Sunday or Saturday, Sean and I are going to a pulp show, so a lot of these kind of old books, barbarian books and sci-fi and all that. So hopefully I'll do a video showing what I got. That's it. Is there anything else to add? No, I'm doing my Star Trek reviews. Everyone's liking those, so I'm happy about that. And I will try to review Deathstalker. It's not going to be tonight. It'll have to be maybe tomorrow. So that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll do Till All Are One and live long and prosper.
Till all are one.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.